And good morning, and welcome to our Monday morning Qigong class. Wherever we are, let's take a deep breath. And maybe that is your first deep breath of the day. And let's take a couple more with a nice, slow, deep breath and enjoying the air as it comes into the nostrils. And enjoying that release of the exhale. You can close your eyes. And we begin by focusing on the breath. And without judgment, notice the length and quality. And then with just a little bit of judgment, notice the length and quality. And judgment implies a little bit of awareness. So with awareness, let's take 3 slower breaths. And you can use your hands, that we can come up slowly as if we're drawing energy from the earth up into our heads. And then exhale and soften your muscles as the air leaves your body. Find that bottom of the exhale. Draw the air all the way down to your feet. And then from the feet again, inhale up. Exhale down. Finding the bottom. We're humans, we don't like to be empty. But it's okay just for an instant. And then let's do one more. Smile to yourself. Soften and relax. And you can open your eyes if you like, or you can keep them shut. And let's take another conscious breath. So we've noticed our breath without judgment, then we judged it a little bit and made it a little deeper. Let's check in to see how it is now. And it's fine to use your hands. You can inflate your whole being. And then squeeze out if you want. Exhale through the mouth. If we're squeezing out any worry or anxiety. Let's fill ourselves with peace and happiness. And we'll do one more. I consider breath work meditation. We're focusing our mind. We're not thinking about other things, hopefully. And after that last one, relax and take a slow, deep breath. Noticing how you feel. Last week, I read a passage about water. And in Taoist readings, often there's a lot of water. The water course way is a Taoist belief. The water finds the path of least resistance. And when we resist in our lives, I mean, sometimes we have to, but if we allow ourselves to just flow, we don't get so uptight and we don't get so concerned, and we just accept things as they come. And I really try to use this thinking a lot in my life. And people notice, like, wow, how come you're not more upset? Well, I don't want to waste that energy. I don't want to waste my energy on being upset. And knowing that things will change eventually. And so this one is from A Path and a Practice, using Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching as a guide to an awakened spiritual life. As you know, we have kind of 3 centers. We have our physical being, which Qigong is so good for with gentle exercises. We have our emotional being, which is a little bit harder to heal sometimes than our physical being. So with Qigong, we want to heal our bodies, then we want to heal our thoughts and emotions. And then when our thoughts and emotions are pretty healed and clear, and we're compassionate humans, then we have an easier connection to our spiritual self. And boy, until that door is opened, it's hard to understand what that's like, but we get glimpses of it every now and then. So here's chapter 8. Our life flows like water. Our true nature is like water. It doesn't decide whom to nurture and whom to avoid. It doesn't decide that some tasks are too distasteful. It just flows like a river to the ocean, nurturing everything in its path. This is the nature of the Tao within all people. Living by this principle, we choose dwellings that are simple and humble. We meditate to cultivate quiet and serene thoughts. We treat all beings with loving kindness. We speak with compassion and clarity. We move for the benefit of all beings. We live in awareness of the present moment and take action only when the time is right. In this manner, our life flows like water and fulfills itself naturally. Love the water passages. And you know what? Let's stand up. And you're welcome to remain seated. But if you want, we're going to move our bodies a little bit, incorporate some breath work. I'm rereading Solala Towler's Tao Te Ching. And I was thinking about reading the passage today, but it was a little too much and too long. But the exercise that goes with the passage, I'm up to 78 or something, is spontaneous movement. So we start to move and let our bodies flow. Imagine all the fluids in your body and moving. We don't judge. I like to start with a sway. Let's roll our shoulders. Slow, deep breath as if we're bringing in fluids to our shoulder joints. Deep breath, and let's bring the awareness to the elbows. And how can you move your elbows? This is, we're probably looking a little different, and that's fine. You can think about your left elbow and notice how it can move. And then let's bring our awareness to the left wrist and hand. Easy. We use our hands so much. And so here, our hands tell us what they need. Gentle movement, circulation of cerebrospinal fluid. Wiggle your fingers, sensing your knuckles. And then find to come back to a bigger body movement. Let's bring our awareness to our right side, breathing into the right shoulder. Notice how it moves. Notice if it's sticky anywhere. And then the right elbow. What does it want to do? Maybe it wants to shake. That's fine too. And then your right wrist. Nice deep breath. You can play with the other hand as well. Just checking out our joints as if we would, it's noticing. Let's bring the awareness into our ribs. I'm not sure what that looks like, but I'm feeling a little stretch. When I side bend, I feel them a little more. Arching and folding, I feel my front and back ribs. Nice, slow, deep breath. And think about your thoracic spine, so the middle of the back. If we bring our shoulders forward, we can feel our shoulder blades widen. We squeeze our shoulder blades in the back. We feel our muscles, and we also sense the front of our bodies open. Let's bring the awareness to the lumbar spine, the lower. So maybe a little tucking, curling. So I'm arching just back and forth. Nice deep breath. And then our pelvis, we can swirl and twirl, make circles. When we make circles with our bodies, the Chinese call that silk reeling, kind of spinning silk. Then let's go the other way. How's your body feeling? And let's bring the awareness to the knees. And you can bring your feet a little closer together. You can widen, you can make circles. Oh, that's funny. I've never done this way before. Each of the knees going out their respective directions. How does that feel? And then let's reverse it. Kind of tricky. And then let's place the hands on the knees. Give them a little rub. Feet together for this one. I like this one a lot because we're going to make circles. And I like to rub my knees at the same time. So we're creating space, massaging blood and energy into those spaces. Nice, slow, deep breath. Let's go the other way. Come to the ankles. So with the ankles, you can place the ball of your foot on the ground and make little circles. And you want to have the awareness in the ankles. Oh, I just got a crack. Finding more space in the ankles. And let's go the other way. And if you feel like this is optional, you can also lift your foot. That takes a little bit more balance. You can imagine a chair or hang on to a chair. But I kind of like this one on the ground. I feel like I can get a little bit more into it. Let's do the other foot. So you try it if you want to try balancing. Notice how it feels as you go one way and then place your foot on the ground. A little bit more of the legs involved. Nice deep breath. And let's go the other way. And you can try it balancing. Very nice. Let's do a little bounce and shake. Breathing up into the shoulders. Lift and lower. Let's do a little squeeze. Squeeze up and hold it. And then, shoulders come down. Let's squeeze up and hold it. Hold down. One more. Bring it into the bounce again. Exhale through your mouth. Shake shoulder, neck issues down your arm. Through the elbows into the wrist. Shake it off like water. Let's shake our tails. Get a little energy going. Exhale through your mouth. And you can kick it out. You can throw it away. Releasing old tired energy. Let's do one big blither. Shaking out frustration, irritation, pain, disease. And let's do one more. Very good. And let's come into Wuji. So toes forward, knees bent, exhale down. Relax your belly. Let's think about your base of your body from the waist down. Can you soften your lower muscles? Can you soften your quadriceps? And let's float the arms to the solar plexus. Smile to Mother Earth and let's take a deep breath of gratitude for our beautiful planet. Let your roots go deep. Connect yourself even further to Mother Earth. And let's bring our awareness to the top of the head. The crown of the head opens. We open our minds. We open up to our spiritual connection. One image I like a lot is the image of a North Star. And that North Star is your star. That's your guiding light. That's your essence, your gift. And that star is flowing right into you. The crown is open wide. You smile as you invite your spirit in. I think your spirit's always in, but this way we have a conscious connection to it. And we also can access the spirit of all things, all spirits. The sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, spaciousness, infinite potential. And then let's open our hearts as we come into standing sage. From your heart, you reach out into the shoulders. And then from the shoulders, reach into your upper arms, through the elbow, into the forearms. Feel your muscles as you bring your awareness to them, into your wrists. Let's spread our fingers wide. Look up. Arch your back. Stretch. And here we connect to all other living things and nature. Let's go right into ringing the temple bell. I'm outside, so I get to see nature. So I connect, I breathe in the brugmansia, the palm trees, the aloes, all the clarkia that's in bloom behind me. Let's think about where our hands are landing. With intention, we send blood and energy to our pubis and to our tail. Thank you, base of our spine. Let the hands come up a little bit. Thank you, creative organs, sexual organs. Thank you, sacrum. Coming up onto the navel. Thank you, digestive organs. And then finding the ribs, front and back. Deep breath for your kidneys in the back. Liver on the right. Gallbladders on the right. The spleen and stomach are on the left. And then raise your hands up a little higher in the back. High as you can, a little bit of a stretch, stimulating our adrenal glands. Let's come on to the thymus. Thank you, immune system. Heart and lung area. Smile to your heart. Smile to your lungs. And take a slow, deep breath. Hands over the shoulders. And let's do 3 more, concentrating on the twist. You can slow it down if you like. And good. Let's come back into Wuji. Lengthen your spine. Let's take a really slow, deep breath. It's okay to use your hands. Sometimes when I use my hands, I can slow it down. And then smile to your mind. And let's go into an easy forward bend. So working on the spine, we're going to let our head drop down. Relax. Let your body soften. It's going to work its way down. You don't have to touch your toes. Just allow your spine to lengthen. And let's say yes with the head. Focusing on your cervical spine. And then say no. And then let's swing our arms side to side, nice and easy. Look at your hands, much like a weeping willow. We're moving into a little bit of tree exercise. Wood is the element for springtime, and it's still springtime. It's coming towards the end of springtime, but we want to be supple so that weeping willow doesn't try to lift up its branches. It naturally lets the branches be heavy. And that's what we're doing now. And then let's roll up, nice and easy. And imagine yourself as a tree gently blowing in the breeze. Let's do bamboo blows in the breeze. So the bamboo lifts up to the sky. Imagine a forest of bamboo undulating back and forth. Lift up higher. If your shoulders aren't happy doing this, you can bring your hands to your head and just imagine the length. This is a spinal side bend. And the wood helps us to cultivate flexibility in our bodies. So we, say we have a problem or an issue that all of a sudden comes our way. We want to be able to bend or be like water, go with the flow. We don't want to be stiff and the wind is going to break us. And let's bring it down a little bit more. Use your hands to gently push. Shift your weight side to side. Let's be the eucalyptus with the really long branches. The wind lifts up a branch. It falls down, and another one. Those inflatable, they're like balloon men by car dealerships. I love those guys. They come up and they're filled with air, and then they kind of come down, and then they come up again. I like those. That's how the eucalyptus dance in the breeze. They're constantly up and down. There's no really rhyme or reason, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful dance. Nice deep breath. And then let's begin to shake our hands like quivering aspen. Quaking aspen, quivering aspen. In the fall, the leaves are yellow and they shimmer in the breeze. Allow your whole body to shimmer. Exhale through your mouth. A little more shaking. One more breath. And then let's come back into standing tree, like a majestic sequoia or redwood. Imagine you're 200 feet tall. There's not a lot of movement. Lengthen, become tall, let your roots go deep. Smile at your wisdom. I was reading about Methuselah, the oldest tree on the planet. How much wisdom that tree has seen. How much change. And then smile to your wise mind. And then let's drop down. I spent time yesterday with a 95-year-old student. She's a friend also. She is so bright. Oh my goodness, I love her. But we were talking about how things have changed. And at one time she said, "Oh, that's 25 years ago. Oh, that's not that was just the other day." I just thought that was so cute. All right, let's find our base again. We're going to do a little bit of deer today because we practice deer in the springtime. It helps us to find that flexibility. It helps to cultivate strength in our legs. And more importantly, it brings in the idea of working with each other and being compassionate towards each other. So let's reach behind and we gather the beauty and grace of the deer. And it's like we're pushing that energy, or guiding that energy into our lower dantian. physical center of our body so we can become the deer. And we're herd animals, so we watch out for each other, we take care of each other. And we have those big deer eyes that represent kindness and forgiveness. Let's inhale the energy of the deer into our hearts and our minds, up into our spirits, and surround ourselves. We're going to place one foot forward, and the front leg is straight, the back leg is bent. Now you can go as low as you like. Deer it strengthens our legs. It's one of the reasons I love the deer, because most of the exercises are for more upper body. And we bring our arms up, sink. And if you get tired, it's okay to come, bring your leg back, but then let's sink again. Let's stay here for 3 slow, deep breaths. Meditating deer. Notice if you're feeling your quadricep or your hamstring, your knee. Let's shift the weight forward. So now the front knee is bent. And I like to adjust my back foot so the heel goes straight back. I was duck-footed, so now it's back. And I push energy into my back leg. I'm pushing into my heel. So I'm feeling a little stretch along the back side of my leg. Shoulders are down. And then we're going to do a twist. So we twist over the front leg. So right now, if you're mirroring me, you are squeezing your liver. You're compressing any anger out of it, any inflexibility of heart and mind. Squeeze it out. And look behind as if you were looking for the other deer, making sure they're safe. One more breath. Let's bring our bodies back to center. Let's shift the weight back. Left hand on left hip. And we bend the knee again. So the back knee is bent. And we go into the deer does a curtsy. Now, this is a lovely stretch for your hamstring, the back of the knee. This should feel really good. You can bring your hand on your knee, on your shin, on your ankle. See what feels good. Can you relax your hamstring and your buttocks? Let's take 2 more deep breaths. And then we rise up. Let's reach up as if we're parting the clouds, allowing light to shine on us. Bring that front foot back. Let's do deer on the other side. So we start with meditating deer, find that bend. Your hands can be by your head or over your head. If they're over your head, they're kind of like little deer ears. You can move them. A little distracting. Imagine you're in the forest. You heard a sound. You know how deers freeze in the headlights. This reminds me of that. Let's do one more deep breath. Hang in there. And then let's shift the weight onto the front leg. You can take a wider step if that feels good. And push back through your heel. You want to feel that stretch in the Achilles. My back is straight. So one line, I'm not over here or up like this, just kind of from my tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. And now let's begin the twist. So now we stretch our liver. Look behind. Imagine your muscles and your tissues twisting, lengthening. One more breath here. And then we come to center. We're going to shift the weight back onto the back leg. The knee bends and the deer does a curtsy. So I like to stick my tailbone back, nice and back. So I get that nice stretch in the hamstring. Hand can go wherever it's comfortable. Relax your front leg. Breathe into the stretch. This exercise, the deer frolic that we're doing, is over 2,000 years old. People have been stretching like this for that long. And then let's come up. Let's gather that beauty and grace of the deer one last time and soften. Animal frolics are medicine for the body, I think. They're very physical, a little bit strenuous, but also at the same time, we get to be animals. It's very playful. But that was the female deer, the yin. Now let's bring in a little more yang. So we're going to do the male deer, the stag. So you want to puff up your chest. You want to imagine your antlers. And this is a balance exercise. So we do male deer for virility, for activity, to cultivate, protecting what's ours, protecting the herd from invaders. We make fists here. We stand up really tall. So you want to feel very powerful. And then let's begin to shift the weight to the left side. We lift our hands up. And let's start with the ball of the foot on the ground, and we pop our antlers open. Let's gather, shift the weight, inhale, and pop open. What do you want to protect today? What do you want to keep safe? Show that you mean business. Sometimes we have to stand up for ourselves. I like male deer for that. Now, if you want, start to balance. You can float your knee up, or you can keep the foot low. Sometimes I find it easier to float my knee up higher than keeping it low. I don't know why. I am strong male deer. It's all about virility, fertility. So whatever you do, it's going to happen. Springtime wood energy is all about growth, youthful energy. Let's do one more each side. Strong male deer. And then let's bring our hands in towards our lower dantian. Close your eyes. Scan your body. Let it soften. We engaged our muscles for deer, almost every muscle. So you're going to feel your face relax, your shoulders and neck relax. Belly begins to relax. And smile to your inner deer. Are you a stag? Are you a doe? Maybe you're a little cute fawn prancing around. Let's smile to your deers. And then let's open the eyes and give it a little shake. Coming back to Wuji, lengthen the spine. Let's do our 3 points of focus. Second breath, slow, deep breath from the feet up to the head. And let the exhale be like water. Stress leaves your body, flows right out through your feet. And let's breathe in our light from the North Star. And then lift the arms up overhead. Let's open the temple gate. And let's stay here. Let's not go right into it. So stretch from your heart. Feel your shoulders. You can push your chin to the sky, get a nice neck stretch. And then begin to make light fists. Bring your fists in towards your navel. We're going to slowly curl and we're going to stay in our curl. Chin drops onto the chest. Notice your back, your neck. Tuck your tail. Notice your lumbar. Widen your shoulder blades. Notice your thoracic. Let's inhale as if you were parting the clouds. Push the arms away. And let's bring in some heaven energy. The inhale, the arms come up. It's like we've pushed the gates open. And we bring the wisdom of heaven into the mind, into our hearts, and into our bellies. We can clear away old energy from our energy field and bring in fresh energy, like bringing in sunlight, moonlight. Now let's add some intention. Are there any negative thoughts you're thinking about yourself? And if there are, let's imagine you're clearing them away, or let your light shine. Bring in your North Star light. Are there any judgments that you might have? Let's clear them away. That's hard. Humans like to judge. Well, we have to. When we were cave people, we had to decide if something was safe or not. Push away distraction. Remind yourself what's most important and bring that light in. You can make it your hands like you're guiding light into your being. I like that one a lot. So many things aren't important, but we do those. They're on our to-do list. They have to be done. But then there maybe the most important things for ourselves we don't do. And so allow yourself to bring space and time in for that today. Think about what your passions might be. What is in the way of you enjoying your passions? Push them away. The summertime is all about passion, creativity, joy, laughter. So let's push away the to-dos just for now and give yourself permission to play, to laugh. And let's hold our fold. Drop your chin. You can drop your arms. Breathe into the back of your heart. And then roll up. And allow yourself to go into some spontaneous movement. Notice where your body is focusing. And bring your hands to that area. Give it a little rub. So it might be shoulders, it could be neck, it could be back, it could be heart. Asking energy to move. Deep breath. Allow yourself to drift. And then let's begin a gentle sway, opening the eyes. We're going to do a gathering motion, kind of like if we're gathering, bringing energy up, moving from this late springtime energy of the tree, of it being the wood, into being fire. So fire is up and out. So and let's for just a moment, imagine your fire. Your arms could be flames licking the sky. Fire comes down and it smolders, and maybe you put another piece of wood and all of a sudden up and out there go the flames. fire energy. The fire element is for the heart. And the heart in Chinese medicine is all about, well, the emotional mental is getting our creative juices flowing, following our passions, laughing, being with friends. So imagine opening your heart as you play with fire. Nice supple spine, supple shoulders, supple arms, wrists, fingers. And good. Notice your breath. Soften your body. Let the flames die down just for now. And the animal associated with summertime is the crane. And it's really no surprise because we do lots of heart opening. Let's do just a little flying crane. So there's many flying cranes. Sometimes I call this one goose, but we squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then the back of the hands roll and touch each other. With the inhale, palms to the sky, we open the heart. And with the exhale, we open the back of the heart. So sense your shoulder blades widening, opening our hearts. Let's do one more. And good. We're going to do some standing crane, and then we'll go back and sit and do seated cranes for our neck and shoulders. Standing crane is another balance exercise. Flying standing crane. Let's harness the spirit of the crane. So we reach behind, out to the side, gathering past, present, future. And again, the grace and beauty of the crane. The balance and inner stillness. The patience of the crane. Patience is another trait that we practice for the heart in summer. Gathering patience, inner stillness. And let's bring that energy into the heart mind. Like the bird, we see things from a bird's eye view. We see the bigger picture. And we even expand that picture. Let's open up our extrasensory perception. Standing flying crane, we bend the knees and we let our wings float up. The exhale brings it down. We're doing some nice leg work today. Push into the earth. Rise up. And then bend your knees. Think you can go low into a squat if you like. Your body likes that. Let's bring our awareness of our wrists in here. Let's make bird's beak. Pull your fingers and thumbs together. Bring them in towards your arms. And then let it go. Fingers to the sky. I'll come a little closer so you can see that. So we inhale. And then exhale. Notice I'm pushing out with my palms. This is a nice stretch for the wrists and forearms. And then let's do one more like this. And then we'll do balancing flying crane. This is familiar. We inhale, we float up, we lift the opposite or the right heel here. You can keep the ball of the foot on the earth, or you can go right into balance. We've already practiced some balance, so it might be easier. Breathing grace and beauty. If your arms are getting tired, just let the wrists and fingers relax. You don't have to do that extra bird's beak. One more each side. landing softly, gracefully if you can. Let's bring our wingtips to our belly. Breathe into your shoulders and neck. Feel them soften. Let any tension slide down your body. You can guide it with your mind. Softening chest, shoulders, softening belly. Feel heavy. There's a level 4, which is advanced. I'm going to show it to you. You can try it. It is balanced. So we lift our wings up and then we pull our toes back and we bring our wings a little more forward and we hold. Whoa. Pulling the toes or engaging, pushing out through your heel. Gauge your core. Very nice. Shake it out. We'll do that on the other side. This is advanced. If you can do it, excellent. I can't see you, but I think I know you're trying it. So we start and then we bring the arms in a little bit. Push out through your heel. Hold it for 3 more seconds. And then let's fly. And good. Let's come into Wuji. Easy. No higher than solar plexus. We've been working our arms and shoulders a lot today. Lengthen the spine. Can you find more length, more space? Let's take a slow, deep breath. And then breathing in the patience of the crane. And then give yourself a little shake. Let's honor the crane and the deer today. They're old exercises, both of them over 2,000-year old. And thank you, Dr. Kotoa, for bringing them into Qigong practice. And then let's have a seat. So still continuing with the crane. The cranes have long necks. So let's lengthen. And then let's push our faces out. And then tuck your chin down. And then bring your head back onto the spine. And then lift your head up. So we're going to make circles. Forward, down. Let's do one more. This direction. And then let's reverse it. So we tuck our chin first. The head drops down and then we reach out, reach up, and then draw your head back onto the spine. Tuck your chin. Down, out. Feel that lift up and back. Think about your neck. It's undulating. Tucking the chin. Down, out, and back. Let's do 2 more. And good. And then let's go forward and back. Keeping the shoulders immobile. Last 3. And good. Let's move our neck side to side. We're going to do a little neck massage. I decided to go into a couple of head rolls. Nice deep breath. And when you're ready, go the other way. And good. Do some assisted stretching. So let's interlace our fingers and bring the hands behind the head. And do this sideways. Bring your shoulders in. I'm sorry, your elbows come in and then drop your head. Using the weight of your arms, we get a nice cervical spine stretch. Imagine pulling your shoulders down, chin to the chest. It should feel pretty good. And then let's lift the head back to neutral and push your head into your hand. So we're creating some dynamic tension. This is my head, this is my hand. I'm pushing and I'm pushing. So I'm pulling my arms into the back of my head. I'm pushing the back of my head into my hands. This is for some myofascia release. Old trauma that's stuck in our bodies from car accidents or whatever. This is a nice thing to do. And then go ahead and give your head a gentle little shake, looking up and down. Let's bring one hand over the head towards the ear. And it's a nice, easy, again, it's an assisted stretch. So you want to feel your neck, the shoulders heavy. The face is forward for now. Smile to your neck. And then still pulling, I'm gentle pull, I tuck my chin. So the chin goes towards the chest. You're going to feel this a little more intensely. Breathe into your neck. And then lift your chin back up. And we're going to do that same dynamic tension. I'm going to push my head into my hand and pull my hand into my head. So you might get a little adjustment here. You're lucky. And release, gentle movement. Oh, you might feel some cracks. Hear them. Good, let's do the other side. Hand over. Gentle pull, smile to your neck. Drop your shoulder. This is not officially crane anymore. Thank you, crane. And then let's do that dynamic tension. So we push into the hand. I was walking yesterday and there was an egret and I was just watching it. A lot of, their head movements we did today. And somebody passed by and asked if it was a swan. Obviously not from around here. I thought that was fun. But I told them all about our different egrets. We have two egrets, the snowy egret and the great white egret. One's big, one's small. So much fun. And they're starting to show up again. They're migratory. It's starting to show up. And then let's wiggle our head. Ooh, gonna feel good today. I tell you, every time we do next stuff, always feels so good. We're gonna do one more myofascia release. Hands on the front of the forehead, and we push. So the dynamic tension, push into your forehead, push into your hands. And the head should be pretty straight on the neck. And relax, little shake. Good. Let's rub our hands together. Oh, that feels good. Nice to, wait, what a difference when our necks aren't tight, right? Let's do a little, well, let's keep rubbing. I'm going to back up just a little bit. Think about the yin energy rising through your feet, the yang energy coming down through your head, meeting at the center. Breathe into your heart and send energy down into your arms. And let's do a little clap. Let's energize the dragons, waking them up. So we have acupressure points on the tops of our fingertips. They're called the ting points. They're also around our nail beds, but each one is associated with a different organ. So we're stimulating our 5 organs. Let's make spear fingers and let's bring our hands into the occiput. So my spear fingers are right in that little bowl at the top of the head and begin to explore the bowl. So I'm applying pressure. Find the top of the bowl, the sides of the bowl, and the base. You're going to see one right up there. Oh no, they're on the sides. Your cervical bones. Just apply pressure. It's good to move your head around. And then let's rub the occipital ridge. That's where the head and neck meet. There's a little groove there. A lot of energy, stress, and tension gets stuck here. I'm using my fingertips. Another nice way to get into the occipital ridge is to use your little pinky knuckle. So you make this and you can get in a little bit deeper. It just seems like it's a better fit on my body. And then let's begin to grab the flesh of the neck and pull it in towards the spine. Start up high. Work your way to the middle of the neck. You can use 1 or 2 hands. Now taking my fingers and going up and down either side of the spot of the neck bones. And then let's take our hands, lift your elbows up and place them as high as you can. And then let the fingers rest and you pull forward. So we're going to pull forward. Good. Let's take our hand. I like to do an assist here so I can get into the different points on my bladder meridian on the back. Make little circles. You can squeeze also. Thank you, shoulder. Thank you, neck. Let's do that on the other side. So give yourself an assist. I'm poking, finding places. Ooh, that feels good. Oh, that feels really good. Find that place that feels really good. Give it a nice rub. There's going to be one place at least. I like to exhale through the mouth. I imagine I'm dislodging stuck energy. And then we can pull on the flesh of our shoulders. You can cross your arms and give your arms a little massage. Squeezing hands and wrists. Oh, there's this pretty good sized lizard. Yellow and green. Oh, so pretty. Springtime into summertime. Squeeze your fingers. Let's do a little Lao Gong rub. Pull on your fingers. And then place your hands on your knees. Go ahead and wiggle, wobble head, neck, and shoulders. Probably loosened a few things up in there. And then place your hands on your belly. Close your eyes. Smile to yourself. Imagine yourself being bathed by the light of your North Star. Feel your pores softening to absorb the wisdom. And thank your body. And take a deep breath. Fill your belly. Feel your belly expand and bring it into your chest. And let's bring our hands up towards our heart, our middle dantian, and smile to your heart. Notice how you're feeling. Notice your state of mind and thank your thoughts and emotions. With the deer, we brought in flexibility, kindness, and compassion and forgiveness. And with the crane, we brought in joy, creativity, patience. Thank you, heart. Thank you, mind. And then let's put our hands over our third eye, our spiritual center, the upper dantian, breathing in the spirit of the crane and the deer, along with your own spirit. And imagine you breathe in the spirit of all things, the hummingbirds, the butterflies, the dogs and cats, the birds, the dolphin, whales, bears. And know that we're all connected. We're breathing at the same time. Let's surround ourselves with our light, sending healing into the world with intention. Thank you for joining me as we start to say goodbye to the springtime and welcome the summer. And see you soon.